Welcome back to Gentleman's Corner, guys. My name is David. Today I have a very well anticipated or very much anticipated pipe video. I've been promising this for a long time. I'm finally going to be talking about how to buy pipes on eBay. Now, I know this is a topic that Mike over at the Briar Blues just talked about, and I'm not trying to steal his thunder. I'm not trying to step on his feet. I was planning on filming this a few days ago. And Mike, you beat me to it. But I'm going to offer to you some information that is different from what Mike has given you for anybody who has watched his video. Because I don't necessarily agree with the approach that Mike takes, or at least I feel that it doesn't include some of the information that you should have at your disposal and some of the finer nuances of eBay bidding. And I don't blame Mike, and I'm not faulting him for not including this. Mike himself admitted that he is not a frequent eBay pipe buyer. I, on the other hand, as you can see, I'm actually sans two purchases that are getting cleaned right now. I am a frequent pipe buyer on eBay. Most of these within the last 6 months. So I wanted to kind of give you all a good lesson in buying pipes on eBay, and that's hence the title of this video, How to Get Great Deals on eBay Pipes. Okay, now please understand the point of this video is not to teach you how to win the high dollar pipes for pennies on the dollar. Okay, at least not in the way that you're thinking. You're not going to take away from this video and go be able to buy, a brand new unsmoked Dunhill for $10, okay? Things like that just don't happen, okay? That only happens in the movies. What I am here to tell you is 3 tips to help you be a better eBay pipe bidder and help you get better deals on some great pipes, okay? So let's start off. There are 3 rules that I'm gonna go over today. Rule number 1 is the most important, and that is do your research. Number 2 is to set a budget. And number 3 is the timing of your bidding. Okay? So those are the 3 rules. Now, do your research has a bunch of different subparts that I'm not going to get into in terms of finer points, but I am going to give you just kind of some bullet points. Do your research is not limited to looking at the pipe, reading the description, and that's it. Okay? And I'm going to give you an example of this. These are 2 Peterson pipes that I bought on eBay. All of these are pipes that I have bought on eBay, but these 2 are the best example of what I'm about to describe. This pipe is a pre-1970s Peterson, okay? And I know that because of the way that the bowl is cut and the way the stem is shaped. I also know that because I went to a pipe store owner and he told me. Now, this pipe was listed as a Peterson standard system pipe with a silver collar. This pipe I was bidding on at the same time. This pipe is also listed as a Peterson rusticated system pipe with a silver collar. Now, what's important to note about these 2 pipes is that they are both Peterson system pipes. That much is true. However, inexperienced people selling this stuff on eBay don't always get the details right. This pipe right here, this is not a silver collar. This is made of nickel, but it's an easy mistake to make on the seller's part because there are maker's marks underneath the K and P. These maker's marks are not the same as silver hallmarks. These are unique to Peterson, okay? Well, not unique to Peterson, but these specific marks are unique to Peterson, indicating which factory and where it was made. Okay, country of origin, maker, all that stuff, all right? So this is specific to them, but it does not indicate sterling silver. However, this pipe does have silver hallmarks on the collar. Those can be used to date the pipe. Now, if you're anything like me, I go into eBay looking for estate pipes, okay? I want the oldest pipe that I can get. And I want to get it for the least amount of money. because I don't have a whole lot of disposable income to be throwing at these pipes. All right? So I can't bid on 5 or 6 auctions at a time and run the risk of winning all of them, however unlikely that is, on the risk that I'm now on the hook for paying for 5 pipes. Okay? Now, so do your research covers really 3 different things. Okay? First of all, look at the listing. Look at every picture and really scrutinize the pictures. Look at the description. Really read it. Okay? And if you have any questions, reach out to the seller. I cannot tell you how many people don't contact the seller. If you have a question, you're not going to get any answers by not asking them. Okay? And there are certain things they can't answer, and that's fine, because they may not know. But it's better to have gotten no answer, but not for want of trying. Okay? Now, the second thing that you should do is understand the kind of pipe that you're buying. And me personally, the way that I did it, and this is the way I got exposed to this strategy, I would go in and I would search for Briar smoking pipe, or estate pipes, or vintage pipes on eBay. I'm going to take this off. And I would sort it by lowest price. And then I would just scroll through and decide, hey, that pipe kind of looks interesting. It's a shape that I like. It looks to be in fairly good condition. It does not look like a professional seller. And that's a big one, and I will come back to that. And it's in a budget that I can afford. Now, let me go back to that professional seller thing real quick. If a pipe looks good in the photographs, that is okay. If it looks professionally staged, that is a red flag for budget seekers. Deal seekers will never get a good deal from a professional seller because they know what they're doing and they know what the value of the item is. And I won't name names. You know who they are. If you've been on eBay, you know who they are. But you will never get a good deal on a pipe buying with them. That's not to say you won't get a good pipe, but you're not going to buy it for under market value, which is what I intend to do most of the time when I'm on eBay. Now, once you've had a chance to look at the pipes, take a minute to understand the pipes, okay? You may see some brands that you're not entirely familiar with, and that's okay. Go and research them. Put them on your watch list, and then go research them. I've linked in the description box below a great resource that I use whenever I'm looking at eBay pipes. It's called pipephil.eu, and it has one of the most extensive, most detailed markings libraries that I have ever seen. It has every hallmark, every maker's mark, and every pipe maker, for the most part, that you can think of, and all of the different variations throughout the years, because not every pipe maker has consistently used the same maker's mark from their inception. Okay? So that's important, and that's a great resource to use. So I'll give you an example, and this is where you get really, really good deals. This pipe, I had never heard of this brand before, but you've seen it in my videos. This is probably one of my favorite pot-shaped pipes. This is called a Brewster pipe. Okay, that's the brand, Brewster. Brewster imported Briar. Seems like not terribly impressive, but what I found out through doing my research about the brand is that this was made as a promotional item in 1961 and 1962 by Rossi Pipes, which is a good pipe maker, as a promotional item for Sir Walter Raleigh tobacco. So not only did I get a great pipe that smokes beautifully, it was made by a high-end pipe maker, and it's old, and it's got some really good history to it, and now I know the story, and I got a good deal on it. I got it for $5 because nobody knows about this brand. Now, let's take that a step further. This is a tinderbox pipe. For those of you who don't know about the tinderbox was a very large pipe retailer in the mid 20th century. Okay, and they had pipe makers from all over the world make pipes for them under the name the tinderbox. This particular pipe is called the Tinderbox Cumberland line, made in England. I took this to a local pipe shop and asked them about it because I couldn't find anything online. What I found out is that this was made by Parker Pipes, Parker of London, who also makes the Dunhill Seconds line. So it's a great little pipe, and I also got it for $5. Now, I'm going to preface everything that I have just said with the caveat that I did not win all of these in a row. Okay, it took months of trying and waiting for the right auction to come up. I'll give you another example. Actually, I'll get to this one in a second. Another example, Hardcastle. I got lucky. There was a lull in the bidding, and I won this pipe, and it's a beautiful Hardcastle Dunhill era pipe. Now, unfortunately, I have had to fix it. There was a crack in the shank that no one told me about, and it wasn't visible in the photos, and that's, again, it's a risk that you take when you purchase pipes on eBay. Still a great smoker. I just can't smoke aromatics in it because they get too hot. Now, I come back to, where was I? Yes. Setting a budget, step number 2. And part of this will come with doing your research, okay? Know the pipe that you're bidding on. Know what it's worth. It's well worth it to go to smokingpipes.com and look at their estate pipes. And 9 times out of 10, you can find a pipe that is very similar to the one that you're looking at and see what they were selling it for. That way you never bid over market value. Now, when you set your budget, decide, okay, this pipe normally sells for $150. And I feel comfortable bidding up to $75. That's wonderful. That's a perfect budget to set. And it's a perfect logic. You don't want to pay more than 50% of its market value, and that's okay. Now, me personally, I set my budget at between $35 and $50. If it's a nicer pipe, I'll go up to $50. If it's in rough shape, I'll go up to $35. And I'll come back to that comment in a second. Once I have decided what my budget is, I look for the right auction. If a auction ends and I have not bid on the pipe and I don't win it, then I will look for the same kind of pipe in another auction. Okay? Now, coming back to the rough shape comment, because this is a huge one and people don't think about this. This pipe, this pipe, this pipe, both of these pipes, all of these pipes, all are estate pipes, but they were not clean when I bought them. Okay? And this is an important note if you're looking for a deal. Look for something that looks like it's in rough shape, that it's going to take some work to get it back to life. Okay? Don't go buying garbage. Okay? But understand the difference between this pipe is not salvageable because it has cracks in the bowl or cracks in the shank, or it's completely burnt out, versus this pipe has seen better days, but with a little reaming and polishing, it could be something again. A lot of bidders will move away from pipes that look rough because they're afraid to have to clean them. It costs less, 9 times out of 10, to buy a pipe cheap and send it out to be cleaned. And then when it comes back, you have this beautiful pipe that you have paid, sometimes often even less than, $50 for. And it's a beautiful, beautiful pipe. Okay? So let me see if that's covered. Rules. Rule number 1, do your research. Rule number 2, set a budget. Rule number 3, look for the right auction. We did it. So if you have any comments, please feel free to comment in the section below, or get in touch with me on Instagram or Twitter, and I would be happy to talk with any of you and elaborate on some of the stuff that I have talked about tonight. But I really do highly, highly, highly suggest moving outside your comfort zone and the big name brands that you're used to hearing about. Or if you're going to shoot for the big name brands, look for the right auctions. Look for something that maybe looks like kind of a rough piece. Look for something where it doesn't seem to have a lot of activity or it's not gaining traction. Don't go for the first listing that you see. Read through the listing. Look through all the pictures. Google the markings. Google the markings. Google the markings. Because a lot of these sellers are amateurs and they don't know what they're looking at. And a lot, excuse me, a lot of the time they get it wrong. And that is when you can cash in. Sound good? So, I look forward to seeing you in the comment section below. I hope that you find this video useful. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope to be seeing a lot of comments in the comment section below of all of your awesome scores that you're getting over the next several months. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit like. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit subscribe. And please do hit the notification button next to the subscribe button. It looks like a little bell and it will send you a notification anytime I upload a new video. Other than that, guys, my name is David. This has been a Gentleman's Corner how-to video. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. And other than that, have a good one.